This is DRF Race of the Day. Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF Race of the Day for Saturday, July the 31st, race number 9 at Saratoga. It's one of 3 graded stakes races on the card. It is the local prep for the Travers. It's the Jim Dandy featuring Belmont Stakes winner Essential Quality. Before we get to the analysis, remember to download your DRF Bets app and double your payout on our Rad Ortiz ridden winners at Saratoga. It is exclusive for the DRF Bets app, so download the app. Here's the field for the Grade 2 Jim Dandy. Download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with us. There are some good horses in this race, Mike. You've got Withers winner Risk Taking. You've got Gotham winner Wayburn. You've got Ohio Derby winner Mask Parade. Keep Me in Mind as a graded stakes winner. Dr. Jack is lightly raced for Todd Pletcher with upside, but they all have to beat Essential Quality, the divisional leader who kicks off the second half of his year.
Right. I mean, he's just at this stage of the game, he's the best 3-year-old in the country, Dan. And even if, you were sort of wavering on that opinion following the Kentucky Derby, I think he sort of cemented it after his big Belmont last time.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Essential Quality is good tactical speed. You can put him just about anywhere, and you see he's right in the middle of this pack. Wayburn does have good early speed. So does Mask Parade. So does Dr. Jack. It's going to be interesting to see who does go to the front. I think Arad's got to be aggressive with Wayburn.
Yeah, I think Wayburn would go too. I expect Mask Parade to get forward in this race, though that seems like it's his running style. The thing about this race, Dan, I don't know if it necessarily really matters what they do, because based on Essential Quality's first 7 starts, he cannot be compromised by how the race is run.
Horse sitting third on the pace projector is Dr. Jack, who won his first 2 starts for Todd Pletcher, then finished third behind Wayburn in the Pegasus. That was a decent effort for only his 3rd lifetime start. He seems to be improving incrementally, and I don't think distance is going to be an issue.
Yeah, I agree with all that. I like all of his races so far. He's a little bit too slow to beat this field right now, but he's very lightly raced. He's got a great post on the inside. I thought his Pegasus was fine, Dan. I mean, he took the first run in there. He had to look at that thing all through the stretch. He wasn't quite good enough at the end, but all in all, that was a pretty good performance.
Speaking of distance, Mask Parade has found his distance. He has won his last 3 starts, 2 of them at 1 1/8 with buyers of 97 and 98 respectively. Let's watch his big victory. The Grade 3 Ohio Derby last month at Thistledown. He is able to make sort of a mid-race move right into contention. Once he changes leads and straightens out, you see he's a big, strong looking son of Upstart, and he's able to grind this thing down.
Yeah, this was a pretty strong field for the Ohio Derby. I liked the performance this horse put in. I think each of these first 4 finishers are all pretty good 3-year-olds, Dan. And, Mass Parade made the first run into that race. He dueled with a pretty good horse there in Promise Keeper and put him away and prevailed. I have no knocks on this horse. He has to improve again to beat the Belmont winner, but there's no reason he can't do that.
The expected pace setter on the Timeform US projector is the 3 Wayburn, who I believe proved that his 46-1 victory in the Gotham was not a fluke by this effort in the Pegasus last time out at Monmouth. Let's watch Wayburn, who takes the lead turning into the stretch. And he is going to fight hard all the way to the wire. We all know Mandaloun. He came out of this race and he was placed first in the Haskell with a 102 buyer, one of the best 3-year-olds in the country. At this point, it looks like Mandaloun's going to go on to a 2-3 length victory, but watch Wayburn battle back in between horses. He's very, very game.
Yeah, he is very game here to try to fight back here at the end. I would, just sort of preface that or follow that up just by saying, Dan, I don't know if you'll agree with this or not, but when you watch that race coming to the top of the stretch there when Mandaloun made his run, I mean, he took that race over, pretty easily. I thought all in all, it was a pretty easy win for Mandaloun, who's just got a little bit of hang in him. He didn't really want to put the race away. I'm not trying to take anything away from Wayburn, but that race was not as close as the margin suggests.
We just saw Keep Me in Mind finish 3rd in Mask Parade's video replay, the Ohio Derby. It was a good performance for Keep Me in Mind, a horse that was a graded stakes winner at 2 and just didn't seem to find his footing in his first couple of starts this year. This is a horse that needs pace. He doesn't have a lot of speed. He's likely to be last early.
Yeah, that's the big problem for him. He's actually, I think, still underrated, Dan. But he's just so compromised by the way most of these races are run. I thought his Ohio Derby was very good last time. in a race where, again, he was trying to come from last and couldn't get there. I mean, he's been really no match for Essential Quality, but it's not like he was totally undressed by that horse last year.
Essential Quality, last year's 2-year-old champion, Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner. Here he is winning the Belmont Stakes in a big performance against a good 3-year-old in Hot Rod Charlie. The pace was fast. Essential Quality commenced a 4-wide bid at around the half-mile pole, got himself right into contention, and this is just a thrilling stretch drive. 2 very good 3-year-old colts, but Essential Quality keeps his mind on his business. He's a true little professional.
Yeah, he really is. This is a really good performance. Listen, obviously he's made very few mistakes. And again, he can't be compromised by the way races are run, which is what you really like about him. You can give him any kind of a trip and he'll show up and deliver. And, listen, as, for someone like me who wasn't really sold on him leading into the Derby and then maybe even after the Derby, I mean, he finally did what he was supposed to do last time. He ran a huge race in the Belmont. And if he runs anything like that, he's just going to win again.
Risk-taking won his first 2 starts at 1 1/8, including the Grade 3 Withers, and then he bombed as the favorite in the Wood Memorial, and the Preakness might have been just a little bit too much. He has been training steadily and well for Chad Brown up at Saratoga. I'm not sure this is the spot, but I still think this horse has potential.
I do too. I wonder what he's going to do in here. I'd like to look at him as a little bit of a wild card anyway, Dan. I mean, he is a horse who ran an 89 buyer, winning a graded stakes race in February. Over this distance. I mean, that's a legit performance for a horse making only his 4th lifetime start. I realized that his Wood was bad. His Preakness was awful, but they've given him a little time since then. I still think there's a chance this horse could turn out to be okay.
Top pick time for the Saturday race of the day. No show wagering, thanks to the presence of champion Essential Quality, and that's where we go. He just is way the horse to beat. And again, his tactical speed allows the connections to place him wherever they want within the context of a race. We're both going 5-2. I think Mask Parade is somewhat of an interesting sort of new face for Al Stall.
I agree. He's an interesting horse in here. We'll see how he matches up here against the divisional leader. I'm not going to try to beat the favorite, but I am interested to see what Mask Parade does.
5-2-4-3 for Mike, 5-2-4-1 for me. We'll see what Essential Quality does as he preps for the Travers in the Grade 2 Jim Dandy.